on the North American International Auto Show.
Fox News' Roop is live at Cobo with the chairman of this year's event, Roop.
Hey, you talk a little bit about the buzz, what's been happening here at the North American International Auto Show in 2018. And yes, it feels like one of those shows that everybody is going to be talking about, including 5,000 journalists from across the world. Ryan LaFontaine, you know all too well how important this show is. You've been working really since last January to put this show on. We're standing, by the way, in front of the new GMC Terrain. It is not your big brother's Terrain anymore. This is different.
Oh, it's gorgeous. We're a GMC dealer, proud of that vehicle, proud of obviously what GMC does on a day-to-day basis.
You're proud to know what's happening here at the International Auto Show, whether it be a GMC or a Ford or a Chrysler, whatever it is. This show celebrates what we do in Detroit so well, doesn't it?
Oh, by far. I mean, where else can you go and see all these beautiful vehicles in Detroit? I mean, Detroit's booming, Cobo is booming. There's so much excitement. We've been building up on this for the last year, really couple of years to this day, and it's all here.
Okay, as we take a look at these cars, let's talk about the very city that puts the world on wheels. You mentioned that Detroit feels different. It looks different. You and I, Ryan, we know that because we live in this town. But for the people who are coming from outside, what are they telling you about the buzz and what they find on Woodward?
Well, they're just talking about the new restaurants and all, obviously, the new businesses down here versus before. I took Mayor Duggan on a tour, just talking to him about what's coming. I mean, what we have today is amazing, but it's even going to get better. So it's just awesome. Obviously, just enhances what goes on. We're just proud to be a part of it because this show here contributes over $450 million in gross revenue for the city of Detroit, which is equivalent of 2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls. And we can't talk about Super Bowls because it's a sore topic in our town. Because, my goodness, don't we wish that we could actually throw a Super Bowl and know how much it did cost? But
maybe next year.
Maybe next year. But in the meantime, as we take a look at the Super Bowl of cars, the Super Bowl of trucks, we know that this is not just about where we are now, but where we're headed. Autonomous vehicles and the technology to get us there. Huge part of the show.
Oh, it's actually one of the most sought-after areas, obviously, besides the main show floor. We expanded our mobility. It was 120,000 square feet. Now it's 150,000. There's 57 startups. And where else can you go with a startup company and get introduced to CEOs, suppliers, executives to take your concept and get it integrated into cars? Because you look at it, our cars are a big computer, and it's growing, and it's coming. So obviously you have to embrace that technology because it's really part of our showstopper.
You and I would be underdressed come Friday if we showed up the way we're dressed right now. The big black tie party, the charity preview. It's going to be it's Auto Prom in Detroit. It's a big deal.
Oh, it's huge. Last year we had 13,000 people attend, and we're already outpacing that number. We raised over $5 million for local charities right here in Detroit. So it's great to give back, and it's awesome to see everyone dressed up and excited and looking out the cars and obviously just enjoying the evening, enjoying this great city.
Ryan LaFontaine, the guy, when you introduce yourself, people look at you and go, "Can I get the family deal?" I'm sure that's what they ask you.
Oh, happy to give you the family deal anytime.
Hey, you know what? I already bought a GMC and I love it, and it is the car that I love. We buy GM at our house, but Ryan, good to see you. Congratulations on another year.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me on.
It was good to see you again. Ryan LaFontaine, the man in the know. If you need something, stop him and ask him. He'll know the answers to everything here at the North American International Auto Show. Of course, another fun year. We're going to be bringing you more of the reveals, more of the great things that are happening here. And yes, Amy and Jay, the autonomous vehicle. It seems scary to some people, but it is very much on the map for these companies on every sense of the matter. From tech companies to the car companies, they're all talking about it. Back over to you.
Yeah, I know, Roop. I know.
He's not sold yet. He's not sold.
I just, people behind the wheels right now, they scare me. The car by itself, but listen, they get the technology right, Roop. I mean, it's in the works everywhere, but they really got to master that for roads in the cities and in rural areas.
It's not, Jay, you're right. It's not just about the companies that make the cars that would be autonomous vehicles. It's about the cities and the countries that want to host these cars. Germany, Canada, the U.S., they're all talking about how to make the infrastructure right for autonomous vehicles to hit the highways. You can't just have a car that knows how to drive itself. You have to have society that knows how to fit that car in with everything else that's going on. So, yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But trust me, Jay, it's already happening.
Yes.
It's happening right now.
Oh, they're so far ahead of what we know that
can't wait to check that out.
Thank you so much. Another thing those automakers are going to have to do is figure out how to work those autonomous vehicles in the snow.
In the snow, yeah. That would